those cards. See if we, okay, I'm listening, sweetie.
Okay, so Oracle is what I'm going to read, I guess.
Yeah.
Everyone salutes a flag, whether they know it or not. Each of you wears a lapel on your invisible insignia, to which you owe a silent intelligence.
Hey, so that's the matrix.
Yeah.
So we're saluting that, we're wearing an invisible symbol saying, I am this. I don't have a clue as to who I am. I want to get to know me, because me is the greatest subject I will ever study or undertake to dissect. And if I get closer to me, the core, which we were talking about, then I'm going to be more authentic with you. I'm not going to want anything from you. I'm not going to expect you to take care of me, because I'm perfectly capable of taking care of myself, and you're not going to be harmed. Okay, she's waving her hand. All right, go ahead.
You should tell our story before this time is out.
No, I'll do it next time, I promise. Because, you know, I got to be dramatic, Bridget, and I don't want to rush it.
Still. All right, let's finish this little paragraph.
Okay.
But people become overexcited by their profusion of flags, especially when there are so many of the same kind flying at once. They love to see the waving and marching and shout to cheer. They only see the flag and forget what it is for.
So we only see on the outside and forget to take care of that inner sense and that child.
Right.
And then we start, I love that, Bridget, don't you?
I did it.
Is it over?
Yeah, it's right here, this little paragraph.
What you're saying and what you just finished up saying is, instead of staying in tune with that beautiful spirit of the child literally, here's what we do. You're not a mother yet. Don't get your hands dirty. Eat your food. Dress right, do right, say thank you, be polite. We start addressing the outside of the child, diminishing that inward spirit. And that's what you were saying, especially when there's so many children. Don't act up. You know, I can't even think of things that we do in trying to take down anything we can do to not let that innocence come through. And what Jesus is saying, suffer the little children to come unto me. You know, unless you get like that, you're not going to go into heaven. Now, he lived in heaven. Oh man, can't that be misconstrued? He was a walking heaven. Did that denigrate or get rid of the suffering he had to go through? Absolutely not. It did not. So, but he's saying, and your other little book somewhere, where'd you read that? The receptivity. There it is. Hold that a minute again, honey.
This card?
Tell me about her face.
She doesn't have a face. It's a lotus flower bomb.
Oh, let me see. Oh, wow. Wow, Bridget. That is beautiful. You know, I didn't realize that when you were saying that. Oh, do you know what this means then?
The lotus flower?
Yeah.
What?
You don't see her face.
Right, you don't.
So you can't differentiate. It goes back to, I can't write on that board with this one. It goes back to that A-T-O-M. That was pretty good for a left hand.
Yeah.
From the other week. When we don't have ideas and assumptions and labels to ourselves. We are here with the rest, and we're just bumbling around and having a good time and loving. Gosh, this sounds like a peace meeting back in Woodstock or something. But the truth is, honey.
Yeah.
So we're going to finish this show up with your words to anybody, not only 19 years old, or my age, or the little child. What are we going to do, honey, if we're going to make it? We're going to make it anyway.
Just take it one day at a time, you know, no rush, and just know that everything that happens does happen for a reason, regardless if it's mistakes or any expectations that you have. What's meant to be will be.
You heard it from the Pisces. You heard it, you see the beauty, and that's why she's on the show this week, because all of you, each and every one of you, have Pisces. That's that water.
Yeah.
It is the water. Bye.
I don't think I could make it one day more. On the day we met, I felt such a thrill. My mind exploded, my heart stood still. When you looked at me in that sexy way, I know I'll never recover.